So what exactly goes on with an inspection? Hi, I'm Bob Gudritis with Lomacchio Realty. And so an inspection is something here in the state of Massachusetts. At this point in time, it's actually illegal for a seller to accept an offer with a waived inspection. Now, we did see fairly recently a lot of waived inspections, but now with the law changes, that's not something that we're seeing anymore. So as a buyer, you always have a right to do an inspection. There's a handful of exceptions out there, but for the most part, you're going to have the right to do an inspection. Now, what an inspection is you're allowed to bring in a licensed inspector to check over the property. One of the first misconceptions I see about inspections is people tend to think that inspections are a pass or fail thing. They give you, either it passed or it failed the inspection. It's not exactly how it works. What the inspector is going to do is he's going to come through, he's going to look through the house, he's looking for any defects with the house, he's going to look for any signs that there may be issues in the house, and then he's going to give you a detailed report. Usually those reports can come in within 24, 48 hours of the inspection. Now you as the buyer get to look over that report, and there's a couple options. Depending upon what that report says, you can, number one, you can just move forward with purchasing the property. You can decide not to purchase the property, walk away, get your deposit back, okay? Now, what some people tend to think going into it is that the inspection is designed to be a point of renegotiation. It's not exactly designed to do that. And while it can happen in some cases, the inspection is really designed to give you, the buyer, information about the property that you're about to purchase. Now, if there are significant issues that come up on the inspection that we didn't know about in advance, obviously we can turn around and we can work with the other side to try to see how we can work through these issues and move forward, okay? Some of the possible things that can be done is, the seller can do repairs, we can renegotiate price, we can potentially get closing cost credits. There are different ways we can approach it to try to deal with an issue that came up. Now, if the seller in advance had given some type of disclosure that said, hey, we know this is wrong with the house, and then that comes up on the inspection, truth be told, you're going to have a hard time negotiating that because you were aware of that when you put the offer in. It's not something that came in just during the inspection. So keep that in mind when you're doing inspections. But again, the good news for buyers is that inspections now are your right here in Massachusetts. And so again, you never have to worry about competing against people who are waiving inspections.